What's good, my fantasy warriors? It's the Real AG with the Lightning Fast Fantasy Football Podcast. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. We are continuing on the crunch time in the fantasy season, making that playoff push, wrapping up week 13 tonight. But you already know it's time to kick off the week with another round of fantasy hangover. Just looking at the latest injury updates from the full slate of games we got through that holiday season as we get into December, which is just crazy to say. But getting right into it, we did have some big time injuries. But as you see, the list is definitely shorter than it has been. But first and foremost, Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert suffered a hand injury, actually broke a bone in his left hand, missed part of the game, but was able to return and close it out. He's actually set to undergo a procedure on that injury today, Monday. Unclear at this point if he'll miss any time, but I don't think he will, just kind of looking at where they're at in a playoff push for themselves and the fact that he returned to the game Sunday. J.J. McCarthy, as everyone knows, in that dumpster fire that is Minnesota, had a concussion, was in protocol, ruled out for week 13. Rough game for Brosmer in week 13. And then Key O'Connell said post-game, JJ could clear the concussion protocol as early as today. Are we shocked? I don't think so, but it is what it is. Aaron Jones, the running back with Minnesota, he had sort of re-aggravated that shoulder injury that he's been dealing with for quite some time. Left in the third quarter, did not return, and is set to go further evaluations today, but I think if it's nothing new, I don't think it's going to seriously impact his availability. Amarion Hampton, been on the IR since week 5, suffered an ankle fracture, designated for return, was back at practice, but was ultimately ruled out for week 13, but I think has a solid chance to play here in 14. Kind of similar with Trey Benson. He was set to come back or designated to come back from the IR, ramped things up in practice, and then it kind of walked back and he was ruled out for 13. Alvin Kamara had that knee injury. Saints already said they're not putting him on the IR, but he is likely to miss a couple more weeks. Dylan Sampson had a calf injury against the 49ers and was ruled out for that game. The big one here, Amon-Ra St. Brown had an ankle injury on Thanksgiving Day, exited in the first quarter, and was unable to return, and is questionable for Week 14 with what they called an ankle sprain, so definitely want to watch that. Marvin Harrison Jr., who returned from his appendectomy, only to have a heel injury and not return against the Bucs. We got to monitor the status of that. Parker Washington was ruled out against the Titans with a hip injury on Sunday, and then Dalton Kincaid, who logged 2 limited practices last week, was ruled out in week 13, but I think trending up for week 14. So that wraps up our Monday hangover, ladies and gentlemen. As always, please like the video, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel.